No, no. Smile, Kate. You look as if you'd seen a ghost.
How can this be? I know you were dead. I know you were.
Things change. Especially with Dr. Rolf in the picture.
Dr. Rolf. So he brought you back, like he did Kristen and Tony.
Yeah, the guy's a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. He even brought back my memories, one of which was being murdered in cold blood by you.
No, that was an accident. We struggled with the gun.
Please! Kate, it's just there's two girls here, and I was there, remember?
I never meant to shoot you, Vivian.
I offered you the opportunity to steal the company and run it with me, and how did you respond? You shot me down, literally. And now I'm back to do the same to you.
Okay, this is crazy.
That's never stopped me before.
Vivian, you're going to shoot me here, right here in this public place?
I can't help it. I'm just so impatient.
You're never going to get away with it.
I always do. Got any last words?
Why don't you put that gun down? Because I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Who you did?
Vivian, I don't think that you really want to do this.
I can't think of anything that I'd rather do more.
You mentioned this the last time we were together, before we struggled with the gun. You offered me the opportunity to team up with you and to take over Titan.
And you turned me down in no uncertain terms, remember?
Yes, I do. I was angry and I was short-sighted. I should have said yes. I see that now. And I would like to make it up to you.
How would you do that?
By making you the same offer. I assume that Stefan has told you that I was named CEO of Demira Enterprises. Mm-hmm. But you say the two of us join forces, run the company together.
I'm listening.
Graveyard, we're supposed to be at Demira signing paperwork.
Yes, indeed. I did find that proposal you made about us partnering up to run the company very tempting.
So you're turning down my offer?
Well, it was hard because that talk you gave about let's topple the patriarchal system was really inspirational. However, you are the last badass bitch I would ever want to partner with. Excuse me, could I ask you to just step a little to your left?
What the hell is this?
Bad news for you. Good news for me.
Vivian, you can't really think that you're going to do the same thing to me that you did to Carly Manning, that you tried to do to Maggie Horton.
Oh, sorry, whatever are you talking about?
Vivian, please don't do this. Don't bury me alive.
Who said anything about alive? Good morning, my gorgeous son. Isn't it a glorious day?
What has you in such a good mood?
Oh, I was just in touch with the hospital. Guess what?
What?
Julie Williams is going to be getting a heart transplant.
Since when do you care about Julie Williams?
Since never. But I do care about Kate not being able to finger me for shooting her.
What does one thing have to do with the other?
This heart that Julie is getting is being ripped out of Kate's chest even as we speak.
Can't believe the hospital gave you such private information.
Darling, I didn't call as myself. Do you think I'm stupid? No. I called as Billy Reed. I'm really quite good at it. It seems as though poor Lucas has decided to take his mother off of life support. And I, as Billy Reed, gave it my full backing. Sweet Lucas, I'm telling you. Kate, she tried hard to mold him in her image, but alas, that failed.
Thanks to you.
Yes, and a large dose of Horton genes.
Right.
How fitting that Lucas is going to be the one to send Kate, at long last, to the coldness of the grave.
If Kate dies, Gabby's not going to take it well.
Would you rather that Kate regain consciousness and tell the police that I was the one who pumped her full of lead and dumped her in an open grave?
For God's sakes, Mother. Kate is the great-grandmother to Gabby's little girl.
Big whooping deal.
Seriously?
Absolutely. She only married you so that she could get her hands on your money, and now you're trying to convince me that the two of you
No. Gabby and I have a real marriage.
Darling, you are a gorgeous, sophisticated man of the world. You deserve a woman who is equally sophisticated, has savoir-faire, maybe who's a bit more mature than Gabby.
Why do I have the queasy feeling that you have someone specific in mind?
Yes, actually, I do. I just can't quite remember her name. I think it began with a B. No, E. Eve. Eve Donovan. That's right. I think you and Eve would be perfect for each other.
Perfect. Eve's major virtue being that she's not Gabby, the woman who knows what you did to Kate, the woman who can rat you out to the police.
And who is going to believe the word of a little lying, cheating ex-con?
So you're not worried about Gabby at all?
None in the least. Why, as soon as we get her signature on a document agreeing to give you this house, your business, your fortune, well, before the ink dries on that document, I can tell you we give her the heave-ho. And speaking of hoes.
And then what, Vivian?
The police shot my son. That's his blood.
Stefan? Oh my God.
He's at the hospital now. He threw himself in front of a bullet that was intended for me. Not a thought for himself.
Vivian, I am so sorry. But if he's at the hospital, he is receiving excellent care.
Oh, care. I was at the hospital. I heard a doctor say he was brain dead. There's no hope.
Vivian, I am so sorry.
My dear son. My dear sweet boy. I lost so many years with him. And now I've lost him forever.
I know what it's like to lose a child.
My dear, we are talking about my pain, not yours.
Yes, I understand. You know, if you want to find comfort, I think the best thing for you to do would be to go to the hospital and be with your son.
I can't do that. You want to go with me?
Well, I was gonna leave town anyway.
Why?
Why? Well, because my soon-to-be ex-husband Jack hates me now, and he's got his memory back, so now he's mooning over Jennifer Horton, who is the love of his life. I don't have a job here. I don't have any family, friends. So there's no reason for me to stick around this crummy little town.
Aren't you being just a little short-sighted?
I call it realistic.
My dear, you have the best reason in the world to stay in Salem. Revenge.
Excuse me?
Oh, yes. Believe me, if the cops weren't breathing down my neck, I would take my revenge on the cop that shot him, that wife of his, and everybody in between. You, my dear, have the best chance right now to take your revenge. Yes, on Jack and what's-her-face. Yeah, you stay and fight. Don't tell me I've underestimated you.
Vivian, what are you talking about?
I just thought you were a fighter, like me. Yeah, I didn't think it was in your DNA to just cut and run, to let anybody treat you like dirt without putting up a fight.
I have been fighting my entire life for the men that I love, and I've lost. I fought for my career. I have fought for my respect, anything to hold on to, and I have lost. I am so tired of losing.
Some advice. Why don't you just grow yourself a spine and stand your ground?
What ground are you talking about? Everything that I thought I had with Jack? Love, a future? That bitch Jennifer just stripped it away from me.
Get him back.
And how do you propose I do that? Huh?
Well, I'm not going to suggest that you shoot her and throw her in an open grave, because that sure didn't work out well for me. But you're very resourceful. I'm sure you can come up with something. Oh. Excuse me. It's the pilot. If I don't show up in a few minutes, he's going to leave without me.
Where are you going to go?
Oh, what does it matter? How can I possibly escape the sorrow of losing my child?
Vivi, my Paige was the most important thing in my life. And when I lost her, I didn't think I would ever get over her. And I haven't. But I can tell you this much. The pain does ease a little. And in time, I think that you might be able to find your way to a future and, I don't know, maybe some happiness.
Maybe happiness just isn't in the cards for people like us.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I tell you this, you've given me a little hope here because, yes. Because I think the day that I start moving on with my life is today.